Hey guys, what's going on? Back again with another video. Just in case you didn't see on Twitter, again, like I mentioned, people I know aren't on Twitter. Not a lot of people have Twitter accounts, and obviously it's not going to show up on the news or anything like that. So you might have saw maybe even on YouTube. Some other people might have covered it already. But earlier today, about 2 hours ago, this evening, Charlie Intel tweeted out that Bloomberg got a story that Call of Duty 2023 is going to get delayed for another year until 2024. So that means that would have been Treyarch's turn in 2023 to make a Call of Duty. Just because of the known, I guess, pressures that comes with making a game, the crunch and all that stuff, and they're trying to eliminate that. But on the other hand, there's rumors or there's some articles in here that or some tweets in here that says they're going to be working on some other stuff. So I don't know if they're still going to be crunched, so to speak. But according to this, they're delaying the main premium game. And like it says right here, Activision is working on other projects to fill the gap next year. A Call of Duty game set to come out this fall will receive a steady stream of additional content, and there will be a new free-to-play online title next year, said the people. Wait, next year said the people? I don't know what that means. Treyarch, the Activision-owned studio working on the now-delayed game, will also help with the free-to-play title. The people said. What people? That sounds so weird, the way it's worded. So again, the article is saying the Activision executives made a decision after Vanguard failed to meet expectations. I guess to polish up the games a little bit longer. It says Activision Blizzard Incorporated will delay a Call of Duty game that had been planned for next year. The first time the franchise will be without an annual mainline release in nearly 2 decades, according to people familiar with the plan. The company is pushing off the release after a recent entry in the series failed to meet expectations, leading some executives to believe that they're introducing new versions too rapidly, said the people who asked not to be identified. Then again, the issue with this, I'm not saying it's not fake or it's whatever. A lot of stuff can change, and this is not coming. I don't think it's coming directly from Activision. Activision could ultimately come out tomorrow and say, "Hey, none of that's true. Everything's still on track," or it could just be like a backup plan that maybe they're gonna do this for now, or this is the plan for now, and then maybe if everything comes back on track, they're gonna put out the game next year. So that's my first initial thoughts about it. Is right now I don't think it's coming directly from Activision. I know stuff like this has happened and it has come out to be true, but it's supposed to be delayed another year, it looks like. And it's not Warzone Mobile. But this is good. I know, like I said, a lot of the big toxic zombie YouTubers are going to always want to take credit or put a negative spin on stuff. Because, in my opinion, Vanguard is different from the other zombies games that we've had. But it's not as terrible as people are making it out to be. I think the truth behind it is people are playing other games, and people don't want to look like the villain or the bad guy. They want to, what they call like save face. They want to always look at the good guy. I think the truth behind a lot of what's going on with Vanguard is people are playing other games. I guess in a way that says, well, they're not as good as those other games. Like Vanguard isn't as good as those other games. That's why they're switching over to other titles. But to be honest with you, Fortnite is back on track as being one of the top games. Apex right now is on top to be one of the top games. Again, with that being said, a lot of this not necessarily has to do with how bad Vanguard is. I know like content creators have to put a negative spin on stuff. Reporters and stuff like that have to put a negative spin. because people aren't going to read articles, people aren't going to click on videos, people aren't going to do any of that stuff if it doesn't have a negative spin on it. So, like I said, a lot of the truth is Fortnite and Call of Duty, Fortnite and well, especially in Warzone, Fortnite, Warzone, Apex right now are some of the top games, and people are just not playing multiplayer anymore. I think it more has to do with multiplayer than it has to do with Vanguard. I just think, and I've said this with even with Apex itself and some of these games that were coming out, some of these games that ultimately tanked, they don't have a battle royale attached to it. It's not going to survive. I think the problem is a lot of people at Activision are kind of like maybe not in tune with what's going on. It has really nothing to do if it's World War II, Modern Warfare, if it's anything to do with, futuristic, World War One, World War Two. If it doesn't have like a battle royale or something different to keep people interested, it's gonna fail either way. So it doesn't matter if they wait 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. If you don't have multiple new modes, and that's why what happened with Outbreak was really good. It was different, and Onslaught was good and it's different. People just aren't playing traditional modes anymore. People want different multiplayer modes, and even with Warzone, like I said, Warzone's gonna eventually fail if they don't put more LTM's. Zombies needs more LTM's and stuff like that. I think what's happening with Vanguard, aside from Fortnite and Apex being really good right now, is there's other modes that the games need to have, not necessarily just multiplayer and campaign, because you play campaign once and you're done with it. Multiplayer, and that's the same thing with Black Ops 4. Like it really needs its own Blackout at one point, and probably I think the thing too, like a lot of um, executives, devs, managers at Activision Call of Duty, they listen to the wrong people, and I've been saying that for like about 5 or 6 or 7 years now. They're listening to all the wrong people. They need to really listen to the people that actually know what they're talking about. It doesn't matter what game comes out, because look at how successful, in a way, Cold War was. It ultimately needed Blackout. If it had Blackout, if it had Onslaught, if it had Outbreak, it had multiplayer and a campaign, everything would be fine. But you look at Vanguard. Vanguard only has multiplayer. It has zombies, and the zombies pretty good. The zombies needs a little bit more to it, obviously. And then it has a campaign. The campaign blew everybody away. So the campaign held up. The multiplayer is fine. I know there's bots in it, so that's the only thing that I get upset about is because like I'm really good when it comes to bots, but when it comes to humans, but when you throw in bots, you can't kill the bots. They spawn behind you. They spawn out of your peripheral, so you can't see them, and you're dead before you even can react to it. So, um, delaying Cold War, not Cold War, but delaying Black Ops 6 for another 2 years isn't really going to do anything. It needs to have multiple modes. It has nothing to do with like what people are saying, because it ultimately isn't the problem. It needs more modes. It needs Black Ops 6 is going to need Blackout. It's going to need zombies. It's going to need a campaign. It definitely is going to need Blackout. It's going to need its own, unless all the games go free to play, but it's going to need its own battle royale, its own spin on multiplayer. It's more stuff that are different and better and groundbreaking. And that's exactly why Cold War was successful, because it had new things. And Vanguard, if Vanguard can, add something new and different that people want, I think you can probably still say Vanguard. It has nothing to do with COVID. It has some things to do with COVID, but most of it has to do with how that it doesn't have what it doesn't have. than necessarily, anything else. Like it really needs more modes. It needs its own battle royale, or a good battle royale. It needs more stuff brought to multiplayer. So I hope they learn that coming up with Black Ops 6 in a couple years. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.